Hello.
You came for the start of the stream. Very good. And we have Matteo as well.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi.
I'm well. How about you?
Good. Good.
Great, great.
Hello.
Very nice. Let's wait if James joins us for a few seconds, and then we can start.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hi.
Hey James.
Hey guys.
Cool, you are here. So we started the stream already. Let's start with updates as usual.
Okay, okay. I I can go first, I guess. Like from my side, my update will be quite brief. Like I took Monday off. I didn't do anything. I was being feel burnt out. So I have been working a little bit yesterday and a little bit today, but like I'm definitely like in half pace this week. So my update is brief. Essentially, I'm working on this authentication issue that Lauren found. Well done. And I am still working on it, basically. I have it figured out. So like we have some refactoring to do, things to add around the environment that people are on. So if you're on staging or if you're on live or if you're on your local dev version, our local storage is not differentiating between that right now. So you could be logged in on staging and then, or you could be logged in on your local, for example, and then when you go on staging, it thinks that you're a certain person that you're not, etc. So I'm working on this and just some general changes around the authentication stuff. Nothing to worry about, but still in progress. And that's pretty much it for me. Mateo?
Sherman, I'll go next. Um, I took what you did about the MetaMask and Taurus integration and did some little tweaks, some changes, so the login is more smooth. In some ways, it's working better. It's already in staging. I already did the profile flow. So if you log in with MetaMask, you have to at least set up your name for you to create a project. That's the only condition that I made. And as a profile picture, I'm using the Identicon that we were using in the donations table for the addresses. That flow is working. I had some trouble on Monday trying to uh, update and refresh the state of the user using the provider that we built, but that's solved. That's working properly. So right now, yeah, that's like the main things that I've worked these past 3 days. What I'm currently working on is the issue that if you change the wallet using MetaMask, it pop-ups many those notifications. So I kind of fix it. So right now it won't show like 20 notifications, but it's showing right now 2. I want it so it's only 1. That's some weird event in the React hook over there. I'm still not sure why it's showing 2 and not 1. But yeah, I'm on it. I think after that I want to keep checking all the design issues and the UX UI. I noticed that Marco made some some comments on it, on some issues. Yeah, that's it. I think I made also some design improvements. All of it is already in staging. So that's it. I'll pass it to Amin, I guess.
Hi, I have no updates on US 2, but you may be interested to know I'm refactoring the UI of US 1. It's dated, it's not optimized, lots of queries in the backend, and that's the reason that US 1 is so slow rather than its functionality. Just that I don't take your time anymore. I pass it to Mitch.
Hello. Yeah, I don't have much to say. Like, we started testing and then Lauren broke it immediately. So we've been kind of hands-off testing and waiting to hear what you guys have for us to do. And I will pass it to Lauren if she hasn't gone already.
Hey, yeah, same as Mitch. I'm just looking forward to the call to see what we can plug into and do testing today. I got some time like right after this. Yeah, and I'll pass it to Forrest.
Hey, y'all. Good morning from Costa Rica. Yeah, just here observing and supporting and sending everyone lots of love and organization and flow. I will pass it to Tommy.
Hey guys, good morning. I'm on low bandwidth so I can hear all of you. I have HackMD open and I'm taking notes. That's pretty much how I'm involving myself today. I'm ready to do some user testing when it gets going again. And I will pass it to Kai.
Kai. It's putting the kettle on, or?
Maybe pass it to Marco then?
Hello? Now.
No, you can't go now because he passed to Marco now.
Of course, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry.
Sorry, dude, you were cooking over there or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Hi, everybody. Intentions, updates, as usual, small design issues and updates are updated at GitHub. So yeah, just want to hear if there's anything else or anything we need to discuss further. Distractions, full house here, and that's all basically. And I have to leave like in half an hour or something. Sorry. And I pass it to Kai now.
Thanks. Yeah, my headset didn't want to. Whatever. Thanks for taking the notes, Tommy. That's hero's work. That's what I said before, and nobody could hear. I did merge what was. Did I do it on Monday? No, on Sunday still. Merged those changes to the master. MetaMask did not work for a while, but I think, did you guys push any changes there, or did it just start to work on its own?
You might have pushed changes. Matteo, do you remember?
I did some changes regarding MetaMask, but on Sunday, I remember it working, so I'm not sure. If you try it right now in staging, does
No,
it...
I mean V2. I mean the production deployment.
Oh, okay, I didn't check.
I did mention it only in Discord. It's fine now. It seems fine. If you can, you don't have to donate, but you can start creating projects on V2 to test that as well. I wanted to give this to testers because we, of course, want to deploy the mainnet version to Giveth.io and not the staging. But it looks fine. So that's what I did.
I think if you did it on Sunday, it's better to do it again today because I made some important changes regarding the authentication. So maybe V2 needs to be updated again.
Of course.
Is anyone looking at V2 right now?
I am right now, yeah.
You're testing on V2?
I'm looking at the page right now.
No, I mean, like, should we because the thing is, like, I'm basically working on the authentication and the login right now, right? And maybe it makes sense to put it on V2 after that's pushed or something. I mean, unless there's someone testing on V2 or something right now, which I don't believe there is.
That's a topic I wanted to come to, which is basically feature lockdown, or I don't know how you want to say it. Like, we should have a day where we say, now no more, or this is ready now. You know what I mean?
Feature completeness, like
yeah, for the soft launch.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the last thing is the speed bump. Like, I mean, it's down to Marco, and I don't know where Mateo's at with that, like with this profile thing, that they can't post a project until they have, you know, filled out their profile. Mateo, you said that like it's working with the name right now, or
yeah, I think that's right now in staying. I think that the name is what should we make it like an obligation. I'm not sure what else. The profile picture, I don't believe that should be a blocker for the user, neither the location or URL. So I think if you put a name, I guess that's enough to go and create a project. Or do you guys disagree with that?
I'm a little confused. I got a message from Mateo on my issue saying, do not test in V2, only use staging. so I have not touched V2 since I did that.
That's correct, I would say. That is correct. I think like V2 for me is sort of like our mock live thing, right? And I think that we should deploy there and concern ourselves with it once we are feature complete, which means that like the only thing that we're fixing is bugs, right? So I think the last feature that we were missing for me is the speed bump. And then like once that's happened, like then we could push to V2. And of course, it's good to just go through the process of deploying to V2 anyway, right? So that we get used to the process and like get that smooth and things like this.
Yeah, basically that's what I started, is to have faster merges to master, because of course that is correct that you should always test on staging and not on V2, but it's because staging is always more, it's the equal to develop for Giveth beta, and the other one is the production release. For now, it's before the soft launch, it lives on V2, and I will just change the domain basically next week. So at that point, we should have tested. We should still test staging for now, and I think at one point we should all go in and still test the mainnet deployment, and then we have to test it again when it's live on the soft launch. So 3 more tests would be good.
Cool.
Another thing I did was look at. I said to Willy last time that I want to put the landing page also in Contentful, but I changed my course because I saw that James refactored some stuff for the white label. What you did was you put it in the front matter of a for in our case Giveth.md, and I have a little question there, because that would only like I'm starting now to put the content of the landing page in here instead of Contentful, so we can edit it easily. That was one of Willy's requirements, but it won't parse any links anymore, of course, like this. So
yeah, I mean, maybe it's the opportunity to put it in Contentful, right? Like maybe we just take like that whichever block that is, like the main text block or something, and just take that as like the first Contentful piece of text, and then just leave the rest as it is for now. I mean, in theory, I think most likely once we put that piece of text into Contentful and realize how super easy it is, it'll probably be like 10 minutes to change the rest, right? But if you feel like, I understand why you were frustrated about that before, and ultimately Contentful is our CMS strategy from what I can gather. So, I mean, rather than struggle with getting it to parse a link or something, maybe it's better to just do it if you think it's easier.
I only have basically 2 fields that require some sort of formatting, so I can put them in Contentful, sure. But I don't know, the longer I work with Contentful, so I think it's great, but there are some downsides to it as well. And actually, I would recommend for the white label version to even change the CMS, like I said it before, to another one.
Okay.
That is even easier. Yeah. Okay. So I'll solve that on myself. That's cool for now. I really like the way you do it with this Markdown, because it gives you get all the content on one page, and it's very easy to edit. And there is like one further caveat: we only have 5 seats in Contentful, for example. And in that case, if we put it here in the Markdown file, let me actually show you. So where is it? Here, content. So this is what James did, right? Like it's if you run this page with the CO token flag in projects, like that's an environment variable, you will get this content here. And if you run Giveth, you will get this content here. And this is just how it looks here in GitHub. So raw, it looks like this. See, you have all these text fields that are, this is more a meta thing. But the head is here, for example. Our mission is to connect people, right? And you could now go in here and reword this and push your changes on, and never leave GitHub, basically. And the upside of this is that anybody can make a pull request. Anybody can make changes, where we have only 5 seats in Contentful, and it's very, so I'm having mixed feelings about going forward, but for now it's okay. I'll find my way, and let's evaluate this in fast follow.
Yeah, I like what I mean. Editing in GitHub, you also get source credit. That's one bonus. I think like maybe it sounds like we should just do whatever is the quickest and spend as little time on this as possible. Like if you're having problems with parsing the links, it could be on the render side rather than, I think it's probably on the render side rather than the MD side. You know what I mean? I had a problem similar that this is reminding me of. Like I think I just needed to add something to the parent block or something so that it was rendering it properly. I'll try and think about what that was.
I still want to try parsing it as HTML and stuff like that.
As you like, whatever you like.
Yeah, sure. And one thing I would also like, there is 2 more things I wanted to touch on a little bit.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Sorry.
Yes, please.
If we use Contentful as a CMS, what will happen to the, what was the name? Oh, what's the effect in my computer? Okay.
That looks great.
Okay, in my computer there was a shower in my space. If you use Contentful as a CMS, what will happen to our documentation and data source and something like that? I didn't get the point. Do we use the Contentful documentation or something like that?
We use it in the FAQ. We use it for the team, so that's where we use it here now. And about us, this is all coming from Contentful. I think, I don't know about this picture.
And the team,
this here, all this text, the history text, I think is Contentful. The team is for sure Contentful. And this is one thing where we are very outdated with all our new testers. And Amin is also not here. I don't know if you want to be here, but like, so one request is to everyone who wants to be in this page, just send me a pic. That's basically all I need for you to add you to this team page.
I beg you to be there. I beg you.
You want to be there? Okay, cool. So, but I also think the tester should be on here. Yeah. And if I'm missing anybody, so it's a little homework. Send me 1 picture, and bonus points for like all of these like social links. There's a Twitter link, a GitHub link, like here. And the other thing is the FAQ. Well, yeah. So I was looking at the document that is the FAQ. We use a HackMD for that. And well, it's in a very sad state, even after a long time that it has been edited on by various people. I'm not sure how to really solve this.
It needs an owner, right? We need someone to take responsibility for it, or?
Well, I tried that before.
Yeah, that's me. I have that Google Doc, and I've been hacking on it in the doc because I just couldn't grasp content fully, and I've been in too many places at once.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have feedback. I do have an issue, a GitHub issue that Willie and I have been talking about, changing like the hero text and making things more donor centric. And if we could put something on the calendar this week to actually hack and finish those and agree on the suggestions, I'm super into it. Anytime, Thursday or Friday. I'd really like to talk to you, Marco, a little bit about it because of the design side of that.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
I don't know what you guys look like Thursday and Friday morning, but I would make time for this either of those days.
This week?
Yeah.
Morning your time?
Yeah, my morning. Yeah, your afternoon.
What is my afternoon like? What is your time zone? Hold on a second, because I'm booked like from 3 p.m. to somewhere
bedtime?
like yeah, like I'm from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'm booked, and then after that I have sprint planning. No, till 8 p.m. So like I'm totally booked, and tomorrow is a no-go. I'm out of town.
All right. How about you, Kai?
Yeah, I will follow.
Okay.
Can you, Danny? Can you send me just a couple of questions like in advance, so I can look at those and then maybe reply to you? And you guys set up a call, send me an invite, and if I can, I don't know, maybe cut corners a little bit and jump from one call to another, I will do my best.
Okay, and we can do it in the GitHub issue too to get that done. That's
okay,
fine.
Cool. All right, great.
Yeah, Mitch, because you asked here, why do we have HackMD nodes for the dev meeting? Because we can push them to GitHub once we finish the nodes for one session. We're not very diligent with that. And Notion is just like, because I have to like go through the call and there is nobody, or there was nobody taking notes on a regular basis. We never switched. I don't care as much. Like, it's the most important thing is that somehow notes are tracked. And if you want to do notes, please do them in Notion. Or, like if there's somebody who says, hey, I want to come to dev call and take notes, they can use whatever system they want.
Yeah, the main problem is just that all of our different groups are using different platforms to take notes. And often it's the same people in these groups. And like, I'm not able to see the HackMD, like where are these notes being stored? I only have Notion and Google Drive, and do I have access to the right Google Drive folder? So this is it's not relevant to dev, but now I'm noticing it's getting super confusing to follow what our groups are doing because they're being stored in 4 different platforms.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the reasons why I use that HackMD. Like, yeah, it's always posted with the announcement of the call, and you should be able to access and edit when you click there.
Yeah,
you might need to sign in with GitHub, yeah. But it's a public document.
Am I able to see like Giveth like all of our meeting notes, or do I need to save these links individually?
No, this is always the same node. It's a node
under
for
your
dev meeting
account.
Yep. If you look at the Discord thing, you should be able to click the.
Okay, so then
the
I have to go in the Discord and then. Anyway, okay, all right. I'm just bringing it up because that's what I'm noticing.
I know. Thanks. Yeah, this is the dev meeting, so we should make an extra session, but that reminds me of like the Discord reorg. I don't know what you guys want to reorg, but I'm sure, I did see some things, so we can for sure do that. So maybe we can also put that on your schedule there, Danny. All right. Should we look at progress here in the issues? Should we look at new issues? Let's see at the progress. So, so much.
Hey guys, I was wondering if I could just give one quick little comment about the notes being stored in different places. So I understand, having different preferences and stuff. And one easy solution could be track meeting notes however you like, and then just simply create a Notion meeting title and date, and instead of creating the whole agenda in Notion, which to be honest is a lot more time consuming than Google Docs and other things, just drop a link to the Google Doc or just drop a link to the HackMD so that everyone can find all the notes in Notion, but it can be on whatever platform.
Yeah. I mean, I would just add that, like, if the notes go into GitHub in some way, like the person who puts them in there will get like source credit for this also. Like for me, it feels really icky that we have these different like platforms and ways of doing this. And I think, like Tommy, if you do have your finger in all of the pies and you are taking notes on both sides or whatever like that, then you might be in a good position to actually propose a solution to that. I mean, if you feel like you have good oversight, etc., etc. I mean, I think for us, yeah, I mean, we probably need someone, if it's going to be posted in Notion as a link to something in GitHub, for example, like, I think we really need someone to own that, because otherwise it just will not happen.
James, could you share how someone would take notes in GitHub for a call and how that would stay?
Hey guys, can we not hijack the dev call? I know they need to get through their issues.
Just briefly, like as Kai said, like by doing it on HackMD, they can be added later. Like I don't know, Tommy, if you want to take responsibility for this, or anyone else, like we can discuss this in Discord after.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think HackMD is it was the link that Kai posted. I thought we were trying to move like our FAQs there and do the markdown. So that's where I've been focusing on, not really doing Notion. So.
Okay. So I message you on Discord. Let's discuss after.
Okay, sounds good.
One of the reasons was for that to make everybody comfortable with Markdown. It's the same that you would use to edit the documentation, the docs.giveth.io. So it's a very valid skill if you want to contribute further on and the wiki also uses Markdown. Yeah, the issue board looks like crazy. Again, we never put stuff to closed, it seems. Let's look at in progress. Let's look at find something important. We talked about the FAQ. I talked about the launch.
Oh, I want to talk about the number 452, the one that says change donate to confirm donation.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, we can tackle this one really a complex way, a really troublesome kind of way, or we could handle this really easy by changing the name only. So I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what is the best approach, because in the first one, the more complicated one would be first checking which wallet you are connected with, maybe MetaMask or Torus, and give priority to that one, or just show the options by default using onboarding JS. So what do you guys think about that?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, because the issue is that it was like too many steps, and the last one felt like an extra step, and the user would not feel so comfortable with that. So my idea, or I think that was when Danny talked about it last time, is that we make sure which provider or which way the user is going to make the donation before clicking the donate button. So maybe add in that step in the form, let's say, provider, and put in there the default that is right now using the user. So if it's MetaMask or Torus, or an option that says change your provider for the donation.
I'm sorry, I do apologize, but I was not listening, basically, to be honest. So essentially, like it's about do we want to give them the option to change the wallet tiers?
It's about how to handle that people are logged in with a wallet already, and how to prioritize that wallet in donating. And as a suggestion, what about a checkbox above the button? That's like use the checkbox would say use the wallet I'm logged in with, or yeah.
I mean, like in my mind, like it what makes most sense is to default to the wallet that they're logged in as, right? And then like have some way for them to change the wallet if possible.
So my idea is to put like a little notice on top of the donate button saying your current provider is MetaMask or Torus, and you can have the option to change it if you don't want to make a donation with neither of those. So maybe that's the best, I guess, because that wouldn't prompt the onboarding JS modal with all the providers. Only
that would be so cool. Yeah. That sounds good to me. So I guess is Marco gone now? He said how fast it's going, huh?
So with that, when the user clicks the donate button, it would pop up instantly Torus or MetaMask, and you only follow the transaction as it is.
Love it. That's going to be so much better.
I'm gonna break the design and then show Marco, and then he will fix it, and then I'll do it again.
He said there's no, he doesn't see any need for design. So I also think he maybe did not know, like he did not probably get the issue fully. Might be bad description on my end. But yeah, let's break it. I'm sure you will do it fine, and then we'll ask the head of design again if that's correct. Do you want the?
No, sorry.
So like this, right? Put a little notice about current provider. Have a button to select another one, which is basically pops up donor onboard JS.
Yeah, that's it. So when user clicks donate, it goes instantly to the provider that is currently.
So we end up with two buttons. No?
I was thinking of the provider, and that's not a button, that's just saying which one is currently selected, and below you want to use another one or something better like that. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe a link, not a button, or like
a link.
Yeah, like X, or I think Marco calls it action text. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Like that.
Yeah, it would be cool if you had like a little icon of the logo or something, no? You're logged in with like the little Taurus or the little Firefox, the little MetaMask thing.
Yeah.
And like the link to these changes, right?
That's a bonus.
I was about to do it yesterday, but I wanted to wait today, so there was consensus on that.
Sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
I'm looking into this, James. Maybe you can help me a little. I'm a bit rusty with the whole node flow. I did so. I mean, the automatic. I can make it automatic, but that the thing you posted here, it's actually not very complicated. But I don't want to mess around on the server too much. This example that you link here, JS code to dump the database, looks pretty complete in my eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry for the mess. I was just dumping links there. Yeah, I mean it's pretty simple, right? Like I would just be a PM2 It's a PM2 task that will run the node cron, which will then periodically just dump the database into SQL dump into a file, basically, on the server.
Yeah.
And if you have, do you have a local database on your computer?
Not one that I just no.
Do you have a local deployment of the?
I mean, I could set up a VM and like install all that and then play around there. That's true.
I'm just asking if you do. I mean, if
No,
you
I don't know.
You don't. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, that would be the easiest if you did. Otherwise, I can try run it. I mean, if you want me to, yeah, I can try run it. I can try and run that.
You know what? Let's do it like this. Like if I still find the muse to like go through all that stuff, I will do it. And if you have to do it, let's put it in fast follow.
Okay.
I also want to get to the state because another reason why I would like you to kind of like look at what's there is that I'm not really savvy with the database backup and restore, and I just read that it's a very finicky thing, that you have to be careful, that like it depends on the, like you can arrive at crazy states. So I'm not sure. I guess it needs to be totally powered off and then you back up or you restore. And yeah, let's just say it's a bit, I'm fearful of doing something that's in the end like crashes everything and like I'm at fault.
Oh my God. That sounds terrible. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be responsible for all that. Yeah, cool. I can have a look. Anyway, I don't think it's too much to worry about. Like.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I did get access in the Beaver, and there's also it also works with that. You just have to install a MySQL client. All right, let's go to the next issue. Just a little divergence. We have not too many minutes left. Let's see it. Can we find another issue that's really display a pop-up to users? So this is also
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about that one too.
Well, I think this is an extension of the. So we said two things, I guess. We said to have a banner on top for the soft launch. It's also somewhere in the issues.
Yes,
and we
that's
have
done already.
this. That's what? It's ready?
The soft launch, yeah.
Nice.
In staging, if you delete all the cache and the local storage, it will show you that we are in soft launch, but only once, yeah.
Nice, very good. This should definitely have the same property.
But we already have a pop-up saying, please sign in if you want to create a project and such.
Maybe Dani can shed more light here. It's basically, Willie said, this is your feedback. Can you remind us why you wanted this?
Is this something I created? Oh, I remember. Willie heard what I said. It's easy for users to sign in with one option and then sign in with a different option in the future. Yeah, I'm actually creating a new issue right now because that's related because I'm getting some feedback on content while I have just a little bit longer. I only have a couple of minutes though. The point of this issue is that if a user has already been logged in, then whatever they logged in with before would ideally show up in some way so that they know what they signed in with before without having to guess, I guess.
You mean if you log in with one wallet one day and then next day you come back and you are logged in with a different wallet in MetaMask, that it will tell you which wallet you had previously logged in with?
Well, that's also something. But what I was thinking more is if you're logging in with Taurus, when I logged in the first time using Google, and created some things. The second time I came back, I don't remember what I logged in with last time, and I just chose Twitter, and it created a whole new account.
Yeah, for me that's a bit problematic, because I think like, well, I mean, most people will just come. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I think like this is getting. Yeah, I don't know. How do you guys think?
So there's this one thing, Marco. Is it here? Yeah. So what about Marco's response? He says that it should be like this. Do you see? If you you go there, you make a new wallet. It basically looks the same, probably, if it harvests the same metadata. So if you have the same avatar, because I think that might still be show you a difference right away that you logged in. It looks differently, and then you would see this. Maybe we could have a flag somehow that there was an account before and now this is a new account, and we display this also on my account. I don't know. I'm not sure that the pop-up to users when they log in for the first time is the correct solution as well. I think this is much better, but I'm not sure if this is everything it needs to be clear, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like if you arrive at a website and you try to log in and you end up trying to use an email address which is different than the one you signed up with, right? Like, then you need to figure that out yourself, basically. I think like ultimately, like if someone shares a computer or something like this, or like, yeah, I think like that is the sort of status quo and best practice for a good reason. And for me, it's like, yeah, I mean, I can see the argument to do it, like, but I just feel that like as testers and as Giveth people, like we're most likely to have this problem. And
is there a way to just do the little checkbox for remember me on this computer or something?
That should happen anyway, right? Like if what could have happened is that I made a deployment on the back end this week, and I changed something to invalidate all of the logins, basically. So that means that like you would have been logged out automatically, but otherwise that should happen. Like if you return, you should be logged in.
Okay, well, I would say then don't spend more time on this if that was something that happened as a result of being in testing.
Yeah, look, let's keep it in mind. Like let's feel this out, and like if it continues to be a problem, like we can definitely address it, but like let's just make sure that it's still a problem. And I think it's probably, if it's something, if it is still a problem, and if it is something that we can launch without, then I think that would be my preference, and we could look at it in fast follow also.
Let me put it to fast follow as a milestone, and I shoved it into the icebox for now. All right, see, let's look at new issues. That's a good one. There are I can't count the ways that we discuss field integration, which is great and like a bit frightening at the same time because we should choose. And is this still part of MVP now, or because we? I do remember that you said you played around with something, James, but I think it's not implemented yet.
I'm totally. I'm not responsible for this anymore. This is all Mateo's baby, and we can talk to him about it. I think you wanted to discuss something on call, Mateo, right?
Yeah. The thing with this is that, and the part that James didn't like is that Torus has already an on-ramp service that we can use for our favor only by saying, let's say, the donator wants to send $50 of ETH to the project, but what he would do is to use this on-ramp service and like making the same act of buying, purchasing an ETH, he would send it directly to the project's wallet address. So that would be it. If we like that way, we still have the option to track that all the process was completed, even if you use, I'm not sure which services are there, but we don't have the transaction ID of the purchase. So that's the only part that I think is not cool. We have the, like a true, a boolean, true or false. The person completed the purchase or not, but we don't have any other information.
Yeah,
I so think that's where
it kind of bypasses like all of what we are about, right? Somehow. I mean, like there's an argument to be made that like ultimately if the project gets the money, that's what's important, right? But like, I don't know, like for me, it just doesn't.
It's different. It does not mean that the project receives fiat. That's the main difference. It's a way to get crypto and then donate the crypto, but it's not donating fiat to a project. That might be the problem. Because if I use Stripe, I send you fiat. If I use well, I don't know.
I get you. It's not fiat to fiat, right? It's fiat crypto, basically.
Yeah, you donate crypto. You don't. That's right. It's about what you donate to the project.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, my problem, it's not a problem as such. It's just that like if we only get a Boolean true or false, like we've nothing to add. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, we can't tell a story. Like, you know, we can't even like the project won't even know that was us. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel bad even saying this because like ultimately the projects are what count, right? But like it's somehow like we lose some kind of like oversight or something.
No, but that is all not true because like it only gets converted to crypto on the Torah side, but then you donate crypto. It's the same. It's just a crypto donation. Like it will totally be tracked as a crypto donation on the page. It will count as a donation. No.
Not if I understand correctly. If I understand correctly, there's a modal that pops up. Matteo, correct me if I'm wrong. And the person can like pay with a credit card. It will say ramp.network will turn that into crypto and it will send it to the project's crypto address directly.
Holy shit. Okay.
And there'll be nothing to do with us, basically. You know, there's an argument to be made for that, right? But like, I don't know, man. It's like we can't even like we're facilitating like fiat to crypto transactions without even being able to tell like an authority if we get asked who they are or like what. I don't know. It doesn't. There's a lot of things that like for me that don't really. I don't know. I doubt myself also because ultimately, if we want to facilitate projects getting money, then what am I talking about, right? But my feeling is that like, I'm not so crazy about this thing.
So
sorry.
The other idea that I had because of this is that if we are considering only using RAM network, for example, and we avoid Wire or MoonPay, I believe that RAM network allows us to check on the transactions ID. I think they do. So at least we could try that out.
In any case, this is fast follow, right? Because
I have a question about these fiat transactions. So I know that we mentioned before that Giveth wasn't going to charge any fees. Somebody said that. Is that's true, or am I making that up?
That is part of the FAQ. That is part of the FAQ, I guess, answer. And
yeah, and so then. If that's the case, when I go to fiat donations, it says 2.9% plus 30 cents USD. And so then if we're telling people that Giveth doesn't charge any fees, and then we see that, maybe that needs some more clarity. Because that's not technically Giveth charging the fees, it's the ramp that's doing it.
It's also a remnant there because it's not working right. So maybe we should make a little issue about removing that. And you're right. And when we add it back in when should it work at some point, we definitely need to clarify that this is not going to Giveth.
Just so the functionality is clear and people aren't like, well, wait, hold on a sec.
Good point.
All right.
So in terms of for MVP, like I would love to have some minimum viable crypto onboarding thing in there, but I don't know. Like maybe like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's also nice to have news coming like after launch also, right?
Not only that, like I really think that if we think of what users want, our first users are for sure crypto people. They for sure have no problem raising funds in crypto. So I think fiat is really a great way to onboard people that are very new. And like, I don't know, maybe Dani can say more to that, who has been feeling out like these, other projects that might use crypto in a real world, like physical location, building up kind of style. But yeah, it's a great feature to shoot after, and I think we benefit a lot, and our users have the most from us reducing the features we cannot fulfill to our quality standard right now, and really look at that whatever we like come up with, whatever we present to the people next week is working good.
Something really quick that comes up to mind is that for MVP, we can just offer the feature to fill up their Torus wallet using this on-ramping.
Yeah, I love that.
So the user goes and check on MoonPay, on Wire, on whatever service they desire, and they fill up their wallet. So if they choose to do it that like that, and then pay up the fees of the network and such, we don't have to care about that.
Do you mean in the form of like a helper post or something? Like this is how to easily, like easy on ramps. These are easy on ramps for crypto.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't use crypto, I'm afraid. How can I? Yeah, that's
Exactly.
a great. That's what it's a good thing to have, yeah, in the back end anyway.
And that could be really easy. It's just a notice or a little link, and yeah, I mean, Torus did that really great. It's just one click and you have the three options: MoonPay, on ramp, and the other one I don't remember. Wire.
All right. This is really going into the docs as well. I think in the user guide, I think it's okay to write it from a Taurus perspective and be like, hey, to make your life most easy, follow this path, and we just like describe everything for Taurus, because I really think if you have MetaMask installed, we might need it might need more work for those users too, but they are for sure used to horrible UX, and I hope we made it better than some things they used. I'm still here, so let me actually. Okay, I put it in fast follow. I put it in the icebox, and I assign Matteo. But that is, yeah. So this is in general. Lots of discussion. Still needs more verification. Yeah, sorry for this non really meaningful thing, but we only have a couple of minutes left. What is this? Well, is that a problem? A big problem? James?
Sorry, strategy to lock down serve.giveth. So basically, like anyone can go to the GraphQL graphical thing, right? And start running GraphQL queries on our database.
Sure.
There's an argument to be made that that's not a big deal, I guess. I mean, anyone can really go to the website itself and see all the details of all the projects, right? It just feels like my underpants are hanging out or something. You know what I mean? It's a bit like,
and they're looking great.
Yeah, technically dream underpants. No, like, I mean, in reality, like programs it would be very easy for like SEO spammers or whatever to hit the GraphQL endpoints, start creating projects. I mean, that should be locked down, right? But they can at least pull the project details out, and they can make 1,000 WordPress sites that they put Amazon affiliate links on. You know what I mean? It's just smart to lock that down. You know what I mean? I would say.
Those are very good points. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if it's needed, like for example, like if you don't have a GraphQL server on your local machine, then that's a problem. But maybe we can find a solution for this. Like maybe we just have a simple password on it, like an Nginx password or something that like just pops up. Or I mean, IP lockdown is a bit more complicated because most people have dynamic IPs, but protected another way, essentially.
This would need to come with a request as well, then from the not only a password on the Nginx side, but like this needs to be in all the.
Oh, the requests.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that like we could lock down just the endpoint, like the /GraphQL, right, or the GraphQL or whatever it's called. Yeah, like the /GraphQL. I think that that's possible to just lock that down. But I
thought we already did that. We have an environment set where it's like, oh no, that's only where it's living, right? No. We have an environment variable that checks for the staging should only be available for staging.giveth.io and the local host. And it's the staging environment. It can be open, and if people hack it, we flush it in. But that should be open, kind of, because of local host. And I don't think, can you connect otherwise? I mean, you can connect to the GraphQL endpoint, like the Explorer, but is that the same as the full endpoint?
I believe so.
This certainly needs more investigation, though. It doesn't seem like either of us really know, like, what exactly to do.
Yeah. I mean, decide if it's important or not is the first question, and then like if it is, then we need to figure it out, right? I mean,
that was a good point. Like the cloning of data was a good point. To me, it feels like so many GraphQL endpoints are open. Like going around other projects, like even looking at the graph. I mean, what is a blockchain? It's fully open. So I don't know how big of a thing.
I think honestly, an open available list of all like projects that are doing good is a good thing, right? Like, I mean, I dream of like not having a database even that each of these is like a contract or something, and anyone can pull that in. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean. Yeah, let's leave it for now, I guess.
I think Amin is great at hacking this kind of stuff, right? Amin, you always find the security loopholes in the databases.
Thank you.
I was like, we were talking about that we should have a stronger checking of our GraphQL endpoints, at least for the production deployment.
You're right.
And maybe you can try to hack it, because I'm even not like, I do hope that you are not able to make mutations just like that. That should not be open. But if you just query it, would be interesting how far you can get.
Yeah, but does Granafa has something like Granafa is the tool we use for status US? Yeah, that's the tool. Does it have any plugin or any capability to writing some for querying the GraphQL? Have you any research on that?
What's the question?
You want to monitor our GraphQL endpoint? Yeah.
We would like to lock it down. So like the V2 should really only receive mutations and requests from, like the mainnet deployment should only receive those from Giveth.io and lock down not allow any other requests.
Yeah, maybe we should config Nginx for an enable course or something like that. What's that you mean?
That's really like everybody likes cores in Nginx. You don't know anybody who's really extra good at this stuff. We really like, if anybody knows somebody who's great at like writing Nginx configurations, it would really pay off to just like have 1 hour with the guy to look at our stuff.
It's
I'm just
okay
saying.
for me if you if yeah, I can get it. Yeah.
Please take a look at stuff. I let me add you to the issue, and it's not super urgent, but we should have it in production.
Yeah.
We have the same. We are thinking about moving database for US1 to the local machine, so we have the same stuff there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let me disrupt your roadmap, but if there's stuff you can reuse or knowledge you can reuse, that would be great. So it's just that I tried already because it was I did try bug fixing, and I don't know, it's like,
yeah, I mean, like let's not get like let's just close it even for now or whatever, right? I mean, I just wanted to bring it up to discuss it at the very least. So I mean, if we decide that we leave it open, then that's a decision that we make, right? It's not a mistake that we make.
Oh, sorry. So that's a very minor one. He wants to click the titles. That's very understandable. I'll just add that. So that's for me. Let's quickly look, or we are out of time. Dang. There are many things that don't have anybody assigned. And I guess these are usually tested.
Yesterday I moved a lot to the backlog that I thought that they were important, but I'm not done with the whole list. So when I'm done with whatever is in progress and in the backlog, I will check again new issues before Sunday.
Yeah, I guess there is enough to do anyway, so it's not like you run out of things to do. It's more about not forgetting anything. I did also forget about. I said I would clear out this and retest stuff that is here because it might have been fixed in the end. Let me promise that again, and I'll try to clear out some of those issues that are redundant now.
But in a general overview of what I saw yesterday, whatever is in backlog and in progress, I think that's really good for MVP. So far, until a new issue appears.
Yeah, I mean, no more functionality, bug fixes only, right? Besides that button, that donate button, Mateo, like that's the last one, and maybe the sneaky get on ramping on a Sunday when you should be sleeping or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Do testers want to test today? Like,
we have a bit of time, I think, this afternoon.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm like just after finishing my stuff, so I can merge Mateo's changes, and then maybe we can deploy in staging in like an hour or something like this.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
And would that mean that if I put a project on staging, that's the testing environment, it wouldn't go to production, or is it ready for me to put some Giveth 1 projects on Giveth 2?
Not yet, I would say. So we do. You can do that when we say. So now that the project, it will be on Giveth.io. It will be next week. It will be next week. It will be on Giveth.io, and we will ping everyone that now is the time that the database is considered in production. And at that point, you can move projects basically, or tell people to. Basically, you have to tell people to open their projects new on Giveth 2.
Yeah.
Or what was your idea of how to do that?
No, I'm going to do it because I want to test Giveth 2 and make all these issues and complain.
If you want to test, go to staging. If you want to test anytime, go to staging. It should be fully functional for whatever you want to do.
In 1 hour.
The data in 1 hour. That's why, like, the database still gets flushed from time to time. You should also have your copy paste testing thing so you don't have to. All right. Everybody is free to leave. I just have one more question for James.
Bye, guys. Great work.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao. Sentry looks really good. There is so much I still have to learn about this tool. You mentioned this article, and did you mean to install like release health, and we don't have it now, or?
From what I read, I think it's by default on anyway.
Okay.
But I think it's just to bring to attention like what functionality is possible with this, and like how we could begin to. I mean, I think this is really for when we go live, right? Like when the shit hits the fan, we want to know about it. And it's about like being aware that we are able to get this reporting on any errors or bugs or failures that happen to people that are using the live website, right? And especially after deployment, like if we deploy a new version to live, like it's super practical to go to this dashboard and like check out like what the hell's going on, right? And pick up on any issues. So I'm still learning about Sentry. I've installed it on the GraphQL server now, so I'll be pushing that soon also. And yeah, let's get interested in it, and let's see what it can do for us. I mean, that's what I'm thinking anyway.
This is still. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. Is it for the clients? Yeah, it's gathers logs from clients and users, you know, in the React applications rather than our server. Yeah.
It's both. So it can be in the, you can have it for Node.js for backend stuff, or you can have it for in the browser. Any errors that occur in the console for the user, so JavaScript, React errors, or whatever, all of these get reported to Sentry.
I'm actually looking for the link. I think you sent it to me, James.
It might be in dev too.
It wasn't PM? All right. No, the article
and variables and vars channel.
They are yeah, maybe here, because this to like I was like, wow, what a great idea! Like I can't believe I've never seen anybody mention this before. It's like it's just crazy. That's and cool. Here. So let me share this other thing here. Because Amina asked, and it is the shit, guys. It is the shit. So we see here, like James explained, basically. Oh, what is this?
I misspelled feathers to test what happens if feathers failed, because feathers failed once.
But
we call feathers from the GraphQL server.
Okay. Yeah, is that in preparation for the campaigns already?
No, we use it for getting the price at which a donation took place.
Of course. So, but yeah, this is it. There are many things here we can look at. Like you can look at performance, and yeah. So this is kind of what you probably meant. We have to start some setup things, and it's your account, so should I do this on my own? Do you want to do this together?
So basically we're running on the Sentry free plan, and the free plan is only for one user. So I used my James at Giveth email address, and I put the password for this in the environmental variables channel with the intention that any of us can log in and look at this, right? I mean, we could set up all of us as users. In fact, yeah, I mean, we could, but then we pay.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. How much is it crazy or?
I don't think it's unreasonable. And the reality is, if we don't clean up our error handling, like we may run out of the free tier anyway. I think there's a certain amount of errors that we are allowed a month. And I don't know how many.
That's great. I love dog fooding. It's just kind of like a reverse dog fooding. See, like I think the biggest problem with all of this is still that it's an unsolved problem how to pay fiat receipts, like little ones, with a DAO. So one of the great things that could come out of SDG Impact is us being able to pay all these little things. Like that's really one of the craziest problems since the beginning of the project. How do I pay a recurring $5 thing? And the answer is usually Griff's credit card. But you know, it's such an inelegant solution.
Totally.
but let's look at this together. I would say maybe we want to make a session around it. I think it would be really good for Matteo to look at this as well, because this is so much better than calling in the testers and getting. I mean, like our testers are great and testing is great, and the human factor, of course. But for errors, this is much.
Yeah, we need both, right? Like ultimately, like for me, that's like testing is something that as developers we need to do.
Sure.
And then as users, we need that kind of testing also. And this is kind of like especially useful for the edge cases, or like we deploy and we miss an environmental variable, or this kind of stuffs. But I would say we probably individually need to look at it like ahead of a call together, or maybe one person really goes into it and like takes the lead on this. Like I have not gone deep into this even myself, so yeah, I mean, maybe we all smurf around it and like we could
yeah, let's smurf. All right, like this call is going on for a long time. So basically, I really think it's great if you guys, like, I see big eyes from Matteo and Amin trying to decipher the little thing on my screen. It's in the env variables again, like on.
Oh no, we need to do on Gatsby actually. Sorry, I didn't remove the token from. I committed the code, so I'll have to remove it. Yeah.
Huh?
Sorry, I don't know what you were saying there exactly, but essentially, like you were saying, in the environmental variables there is like a token or something, but it's not.
No, in the env sharing channel. Sorry, there is this that gives you access, like the comment by James on the 27th of January. It says this is the page for Sentry with a link and his email and password. So Amin and Matteo, you can check it out if you want over there. But I think I will click a little bit through those like setup things. Yeah, I can imagine how other people like live without this. Like if you want to do a proper deployment, that's the way to go, I guess. Thank you for finding it.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for being here.